Every bridge tells the same story. Humans refusing to accept that something is too wide, too deep, or too far to cross. Some rise 1,000 feet above canyons, others vanish underwater, then reappear miles later. Some are steel and calculation, others grown from living roots or shaped by nothing but time itself. This is a journey through the world's most extraordinary bridges. Let's cross over. A single beam of light strikes the surface of the water, drawing attention to a remarkable sight. A sprawling structure floating effortlessly above the lake, its immense concrete pontoons cradling an intricate web of asphalt and steel. This is the Evergreen Point Floating Bridge, a marvel of engineering that spans over 2,532 meters, making it the longest floating bridge in the world. As it stretches across Lake Washington, this bridge is not merely a pathway, it is a lifeline for over 70,000 vehicles each day. It connects the bustling cities of Seattle and Medina, allowing families, commuters, and travelers to traverse with ease, all while gliding above serene waters. Yet behind its sleek surface lies the toil of visionaries and laborers, those who designed, built, and ultimately sacrificed for this ambitious project. The bridge's construction began in 1961, an era filled with dreams and challenges. While it was finally completed in 1976, many structural advances were needed to ensure safety amidst the often tempestuous waters where it floats. The bridge can rise and fall with the lake's changing levels, adapting like the people who walk on it, unyielding against the forces of nature. Standing on the bridge's deck presents a unique perspective. The gentle lapping of waves beneath, the thrum of life above, a seamless blend of human ingenuity and natural beauty. Here one can pause, taking in the vibrant skyline of Seattle alongside the tranquil expanse of Lake Washington. As our view pulls back, this bridge emerges as more than a conduit. It embodies the enduring spirit of its builders and the countless lives it connects, serving as a reminder that human determination can conquer any obstacle. A single ribbon of concrete arches gracefully over the water, its surface glistening under the brilliance of sunlight, as if inviting the world to traverse its vast span. To the casual observer, the Hangzhou Bay Bridge appears to float above the shimmering waves, an elegant marvel standing strong against relentless tides. Stretching a breathtaking 36 kilometers, this colossal structure is the longest transoceanic bridge in the world. Built to connect the bustling cities of Hangzhou and Ningbo, it serves as a vital artery for over 30,000 vehicles daily, drastically reducing travel time from 5 hours by road to a mere 2. But with every triumph of engineering comes a heavy toll. Construction began in 2002, faced with myriad challenges, from complex geological surveys to the immense cost, totaling nearly $1 billion. Workers toiled tirelessly in the throes of fierce storms and unpredictable winds, as the bridge needed to endure forces that might send weaker structures tumbling into the depths below. As the sun sets, casting elongated shadows across its underbelly, dive under the bridge and witness gargantuan pillars piercing through the waters, each standing tall like ancient sentinels watching over the waves. The bridge is not merely a passage. It is a symbol of ambition, a testament to human determination ascending from beneath the depths of adversity's grasp. In this age of connectivity, the Hangzhou Bay Bridge stands not just as a link between regions, but as a reminder of our relentless pursuit to stretch farther, rise higher, and navigate the uncharted terrain of possibility. (1,220 meters long, stretching like a colossal ribbon through the Czech forest). Sky Bridge 721 isn't just a pedestrian bridge. It is the longest hanging bridge in the world, an astonishing feat that challenges the very definition of what humanity can construct in harmony with nature. This marvel rose from vision to reality amid risk and financial pursuits. Conceived to attract thrill-seekers and nature enthusiasts alike, its construction began in 2020, tragically intertwining with the pandemic's economic stagnation. Yet, amidst the adversity, a budget of approximately €6 million paved the way for a bridge that wouldn't merely connect two sides of a gorge, but rather inspire communities to emerge from isolation. As you step onto the bridge's planks, you're greeted by an aerial dance with the treetops below. Transparent panels allow glimpses straight down to the forest floor over 130 meters beneath, a heart-stopping perspective that immerses you in the vastness of the Bohemian landscape. With a weight capacity ample enough to hold several hundred people at once, the structure stands resilient against the gusting winds that have whipped through this region for centuries. Sky Bridge 721 transcends simple utility. It is a statement of ingenuity and daring, a legacy left behind in the shifting winds of time. Long after the last foot has crossed its span, it will remain a testament to human ambition and the unfolding story of connection, echoing through the ages. One man's vision propelled the construction of a marvel, changing the face of Scottish engineering forever. When the Falkirk Wheel opened in 2002, it became the world's first rotating boat lift, an extraordinary mechanism designed to solve a 200-year-old challenge in the nation's waterways. The wheel connects the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal, a staggering elevation difference of nearly 30 meters. Moving boats from one waterway to another, its design is both elegant and efficient. Two gondolas, each capable of lifting up to 6 boats at a time, rotate to transfer vessels seamlessly between the canals. This engineering feat rotates on a simple pivot, powered by hydraulic systems that utilize a mere 30 kilowatts of energy. Water is the key. The lift operates on the principle of buoyancy, using the weight of water in each gondola to counterbalance the force of the lift. This means that as one gondola descends, the other rises, an intricate dance of equilibrium that defies the traditional notion of locks. Visitors marvel as the wheel spins gracefully, lifting with precision. For those aboard, the experience is surreal, rising into the air while surrounded by nothing but water. The smooth transition is a reminder that engineering can be both functional and beautiful, a pure reflection of human ingenuity. In the end, the man whose vision turned a forgotten landscape into a bustling passageway now carries the knowledge that engineering can redefine our connections. The Falkirk Wheel isn't just a functional lift, it's a ribbon of progress, binding the canals of Scotland together once more. Most people think ancient bridges are frail relics of a bygone era. Stary Most contradicts that notion, standing resilient for centuries, a bold statement of engineering defiance in Mostar, Bosnia. Completed in the year 1636, this iconic arch bridge spans 39 meters across the Neretva River, crafted from local limestone and designed to weather time and turbulence. The engineering behind Stary Most is extraordinary. Its single arch, soaring nearly 24 meters above the water, is not just a feat of artistry, but a marvel of structural integrity. The design allows it to elegantly distribute weight across its length, making it stable enough to survive the fiercest floods and the harshest winters. Remarkably, this bridge endured for nearly 400 years until it found itself caught in the crossfire of the Bosnian War in 1993, collapsing under the weight of destruction. Yet in 2001, this symbol of unity was resurrected, rebuilt to exacting specifications that honored its original design. The stone blocks were painstakingly quarried from the same location and shaped with traditional methods. Now, as it arches gracefully over the Neretva, it serves not only as a passage, but as a reminder of resilience, capturing the spirit of a city that has learned to bridge divides. As visitors leap from its heights into the turbulent waters below, they aren't just overcoming gravity, they're challenging the very essence of survival and rebirth. What future marvels await, hidden in the debris of history's relentless march? The clock is ticking. In the Netherlands, time is not just measured, it's engineered. Beneath the waves of Veluwe lies an intricate marvel, the Veluwe Aqueduct, the world's first aqueduct to carry a road over water. Stretching 170 meters across, it seamlessly integrates functionality and innovation. Above the surface, vehicles glide along a two-lane highway, while below, sails drift through the aqueduct's channel. This is not merely a bridge, it's a testament to the ingenuity that allows civilization to thrive where nature once dictated the path. Within its walls, a complex system features locks that manage water levels, ensuring both aquatic navigation and road traffic can coexist. The aqueduct can handle 1,500 liters of water per second, orchestrating a delicate balance between the waterways of the Netherlands and the demands of modern transport. When a boat approaches, the road gently inclines, lowering itself to allow passage, a remarkably choreographed dance between land and water. Standing atop this engineering feat, one might marvel at the view, unaware of the precision beneath their feet. But the real magic occurs below the road. Hidden from sight, the structure embodies more than just bricks and concrete. It symbolizes a pioneering spirit that challenges the natural order. This aqueduct isn't just a passage for vehicles or boats. It represents a bold statement that even when faced with nature's challenges, humanity will find a way to turn the impossible into the inevitable. High above the lush valleys of Saxony, a slender silhouette stands against the sky, its arches piercing the horizon with elegant defiance. The Göltzsch Viaduct, a colossal distinction in engineering, commands attention not just for its staggering height of nearly 51 meters, but for the very materials and methods that brought it to life. Completed in 1879, this structure is a masterpiece of brickwork, gracefully spanning over 275 meters. What lurks beneath its beauty is a tale of tension and danger. It remains a precarious balancing act, where the forces of gravity and engineering must harmonize, or the consequences could be catastrophic. The viaduct has borne witness to tremors beneath its foundation, a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the earth it stands upon. Water erosion and the relentless force of wind threaten its integrity, testing the very bricks that have held strong for generations. Every train that rumbles overhead sends vibrations coursing through its arches, a constant reminder of the bridge's heavy responsibility to safely carry thousands of passengers each year. Yet with time comes innovation. Engineers are exploring modern technologies to monitor its health and longevity. Sensors and smart materials may soon become the guardians of this iconic structure, ensuring that it can withstand the forces of nature and human use well into the future. In a world where many marvels crumble, the Göltzsch Viaduct dares to stand elevated, caught between the echoes of its history and the promise of tomorrow. Two truths collide above the strait. The Russky Bridge, with its soaring arches and a vibrant hue of red, both connects and separates, a marvel of human ambition battling the raw power of nature. Spanning 1,012 meters, it is the longest cable-stayed bridge in the world, a symbol of engineering prowess that seems to defy the rugged landscape of Russia's Far East. Yet the winds howl and the currents rage, reminding us that every triumph over nature comes with a price. Constructed to link the city of Vladivostok to Russky Island, this bridge faced fierce elements during its creation. Torrential storms and biting cold threatened to halt progress, but human perseverance prevailed, culminating in a spectacular launch in 2012. Towers like granite sentinels rise 260 meters into the sky, visible from miles away. They dominate the skyline as the gentle sway of the bridge dances in the relentless Arctic breeze. This is not simply a crossing. It stands at the intersection of innovation and Mother Nature's might. By daring to span a body of water both tranquil and tempestuous, the Russky Bridge conjures thoughts of what it means to overcome the forces that shape our planet. It is a bridge forged in a place where land and sea meet, forcing us to reconsider the future of connectivity amidst the chaos of the natural world. As we gaze upon this monumental structure, questions linger. What will future engineers dream up next? Will bridges transcend more than just physical divides, becoming new symbols in the relentless march of human ambition against the undying push of nature? A chill cuts through the air, mingled with the salty scent of the sea, as the wind whistles across a colossal structure rising from the water's surface. The sunlight gleams off its surface, illuminating a monumental feat of engineering that spans 13 kilometers and connects Prince Edward Island to the mainland. This is Confederation Bridge, a remarkable link bridging both land and legacy. Envisioned as a solution to a seasonal ferry plight, it stands as the longest bridge in the world to cross ice-covered waters. Its concrete segments, each weighing more than 10 tons, are precision-engineered to withstand the brutal force of winter storms while accommodating the delicate seasonal ebb and flow of tides. What makes this structure truly iconic is not just its impressive length, but the intricate system of pylons that support it. Set deep into the seabed, these pylons are anchored like giants, securing a pathway that sees over 1,400 vehicles each day. The bridge's unique design includes a slight curve, ensuring that drivers experience a smooth ascent that gently lifts them above the waves beneath, an engineering choice that marries function with breathtaking aesthetics. Each year, the bridge endures the rhythmic churning of the ocean while remaining steadfast against the elements. It serves as a constant reminder that seemingly insurmountable barriers can be traversed with ingenuity and determination. Ultimately, Confederation Bridge is more than just a structure. It is a steadfast promise of connection, challenging the notion of distance while redefining what it means to unite. The rumble of the ocean crashes against the weathered supports, each wave a reminder of the power that lurks beneath. This isn't just a bridge, it's an extraordinary testament to human ingenuity standing defiantly against nature's fury. 7 Mile Bridge stretches an impressive 6,821 meters across the shimmering waters of the Florida Keys, connecting the islands like a spine through the arm of the Gulf of Mexico. Built between 1907 and 19 completed, this engineering marvel was born amid an ambitious endeavor known as the Oversea Railroad. Originally intended to bring trains across the sea, it seemed humanity had found a way to conquer water itself. The bridge's sheer length, once the longest of its kind in the world, reaches far beyond the horizon, a ribbon of concrete daring to connect what nature had separated. Yet standing on the bridge, one feels the land pushing back. Gale-force winds whip across the open expanse, with hurricanes regularly testing the resilience of this structure, sometimes forcing it to close for weeks. Its concrete and steel battle against the saltwater corrosion always reminded of who holds dominion over this realm. As you glance down into the crystalline waters, a hidden world stirs. The shadows of marine life swim beneath the surface, thriving in the very currents that threaten to erode the bridge. What once seemed a conquest of land over sea morphs into a delicate balance, an acknowledgement of nature's enduring strength. The bridge remains, a line drawn in a hostile landscape, a reminder that even the greatest ambition must coexist with the forces of nature that refuse to be tamed. The Pont du Gard stands tall, measuring an astonishing 50 meters high, a Roman aqueduct that defies the ages. Constructed in the 1st century, it was built to transport water from the distant source of the Jura River to the city of Nimes, a distance of over 50 kilometers. But with its grandeur comes an unsettling reality, as its stones, meticulously cut and stacked, also serve as a reminder of the catastrophic collapses that can occur in engineering. Though it has withstood the passage of time, the structure faces relentless erosion. Each year, water and weather chip away at its arches, threatening to compromise the very foundations of this colossal structure. Visitors flock to this marvel, but lurking in the shadows are the unseen dangers. Heavy rain can lead to flash flooding, and sudden changes in the water table could destabilize the very ground beneath it. Amidst the beauty of the surrounding valley, the cracks that appear in the aqueduct serve as a silent warning. Nature doesn't forgive easily. In 2018, after a period of heavy rainfall, pieces of stone fell from its heights, a stark reminder that even the mightiest can falter. The Pont du Gard is not merely a monument of engineering. It is a survival story overshadowed by a looming question. Will it endure long enough to tell its tale to generations yet to come, or will time lay claim to it as it has with so many marvels before? It was both an engineering marvel and a monumental mistake, a vital link and a source of despair. The Ribblehead Viaduct, rising boldly among the rugged peaks of North Yorkshire, was completed in 1874, yet bore the scars of its inception. Designed for the ambitious Settle Carlisle Railway, it initially faced relentless skepticism and harsh realities. The completion of this viaduct, stretching over 450 meters and supported by 18 soaring stone arches, marked both triumph and tragedy in a tale that reshaped the region. Construction began against the backdrop of fierce opposition and financial turmoil. Lives were lost, labor was grueling, but persistence prevailed amid the desolation of the Pennines, the harsh climate driving workers to despair. At its peak, this towering structure quietly transformed the landscape, allowing trains to traverse the seemingly insurmountable terrain, connecting distant communities in ways never before imagined. Today, the viaduct stands a proud testament not only to Victorian engineering genius, but to the enduring spirit of revival. Visitors now flock to gaze at its grandeur, marveling at the sweeping views across the moorland where once only despair resided. Trains thunder across the viaduct, imagining the stories echoing within its stone walls. From the intricate masonry that holds it aloft to the vistas stretching beyond the horizon, the Ribblehead Viaduct is more than merely a crossing. It is the heartbeat of a landscape transformed, a bridge elegantly weaving history with the relentless march of time. Beneath the cobblestones of Prague lies a secret nearly lost to history. Charles Bridge, recognized worldwide for its Gothic statues and commanding presence, began as a simple stone path built the year 1337, designed to unify the city across the Vltava River. Originally dubbed the Stone Bridge, it faced the harsh elements of time, with its foundation submerged in shifting currents and centuries of wear. Over the following decades, the structure transformed. From its modest beginnings, it evolved into a grand landmark, spanning over 500 meters and adorned with 30 statues, each telling stories of saints and historical figures. Once an essential trade route, it played a critical role in connecting Eastern and Western Europe, standing as a silent witness to battles, coronations, and cultural metamorphoses. Today, Charles Bridge welcomes nearly 20 million visitors each year, its arches thrumming with the footsteps of tourists and locals alike. The steady rhythm echoes stories of the past while reinforcing the bridge's reputation as a living monument, ever adaptable to the pulse of the modern world. As we look to the future, preservation efforts continue to protect this historical marvel from environmental and human impact, ensuring that the spirit of Charles Bridge endures. Like the flowing river beneath it, this ancient crossing will continue to shape and be shaped by the city, standing firm against the currents of time. On the 16th of March, 1999, Portugal saw a transformation. In that moment, the Vasco da Gama Bridge rose to become a vital artery, stretching over 12 kilometers across the Tagus River. It wasn't just another crossing, it was a vision of connectivity forged amid the rapidly evolving landscape of modern Europe. With its sleek design and unique cable-stayed structure, the bridge is the longest in Europe, yet its true marvel lies not just in its dimensions. Beneath the surface of its impressive engineering, lingering questions remain about its impact and risks. How does a structure of such scale withstand the relentless forces of nature? What mysteries lie within its foundations, hidden from view? The bridge isn't solely a logistical triumph. It also signifies something deeper. In a country marked by ancient history, the Vasco da Gama Bridge stands as a bold statement of progress, a modern marvel bridging the past and future. On days when dense fog cloaks its towers, it appears almost ethereal, a ghostly silhouette hovering over the water, drawing in those who dare to traverse its span. As vehicles glide over this emblem of ambition, one cannot help but ponder the countless journeys taken across its expanse. Every crossing carries with it a story, a connection made, or a farewell uttered. What was once a moment of change on that March day now resonates with the echoes of lives intertwined. In the end, the Vasco da Gama Bridge isn't merely a structure. It is a lingering presence above the river, a still point amid the flow of time, reminding us of the paths we choose to cross. One man stands at the edge of a precipice, a choice echoing through the ages. Quehuachaca Bridge, suspended high above the Apurimac River in Peru, is not merely a crossing, it is a living testament to an ancient way of life, woven from grass and tradition. Every year, the local community gathers to rebuild this 400-meter-long bridge, a ritual that seems both timeless and inexplicable. The process involves harvesting iku grass from the surrounding mountains, a tough material that forms the very fibers of the structure. Yet, what remains mysterious is why this bridge continues to endure while so many others have succumbed to the passage of time. The villagers who traverse its fragile yet resilient surface aren't just crossing a gorge. They are walking on history, and the ritual imbues it with a spirit that transcends its physical form. From a distance, the bridge resembles a delicate thread stretching across the chasm, almost ethereal against the rugged Peruvian landscape. It stands defiantly, year after year, as both a physical and cultural connection between communities. But as the grass sways gently in the wind, questions linger. What will happen when the last artisans who know the sacred method of weaving the grasses are no longer there? In the act of reconstruction lies a whispered philosophy, a reminder that we do not merely inhabit a world, we are stewards of tradition. The Quehuachaca Bridge is more than a path, it's a bridge between past and future, a testament to the enduring human spirit. Through perseverance, we connect not just to our surroundings, but to each other. Most people believe that monumental structures owe their success solely to human ingenuity. The Kinteikyo Bridge in Japan challenges that notion, standing resilient against the relentless forces of nature while highlighting an age-old battle between man and the elements. Constructed in the year 1690, this wooden marvel stretches over 170 meters across the Nishiki River. It is a grand display of 5 elegant arches that soar above the water, designed not only to connect lands, but to withstand the seasonal flooding that threatens to erase it each year. Time and again, the Kinteikyo Bridge has faced nature's fury, only to be rebuilt more beautifully by the hands of dedicated craftsmen. Its arches, a unique blend of science and art, allow the structure to flex and sway against the powerful currents below, demonstrating an understanding of nature rather than a dismissal of it. Each reconstruction has embraced traditional skills, with craftsmen meticulously shaping the wood to resist both water and wind. The bridge serves as a reminder that human ambition must remain humble in the face of nature's enormity. Standing on its wooden planks, you can hear the whispers of history, where each step echoes a legacy forged over centuries. This is more than just a bridge, it is a story of endurance. As generations come and go, the Quintacao Bridge will continue to symbolize the enduring struggle between the ambitions of humanity and the raw power of the natural world, leaving behind a legacy that will inspire all long after we are gone. What if the unyielding cables of a bridge harbored secrets that remain locked away? The Humber Bridge, a breathtaking arc that spans the Humber estuary in England, is more than just a crossing. It's an enigma demanding exploration. Completed in 1981, it was the longest single-span suspension bridge in the world, stretching a remarkable 1,461 meters. Standing atop its roadway, with the wind whipping around you, you gaze down at the swirling waters below. The bridge towers reach high into the sky, towering over a tapestry of historical tales and whispered legends. This connection between Hull and Barton upon Humber was engineered with audacious ambition, a feat of innovation that defied conventional limits. But beneath its striking elegance lies an air of mystery. The cables that hold this marvel aloft are woven into a story that includes unexpected structural challenges and construction tragedies that haunt its history. Reports of ghostly sightings, unexplained noises in the night, and the unsettling feeling of being watched by unseen eyes have fluttered through local folklore, intertwining fact and fiction as tightly as the bridge's steel strands. Yet far from merely a link between two shores, it casts shadows deeper than the waters it crosses. Why does it seem to invoke such an uneasy energy among those who traverse it? What truths lie hidden within the shimmering surface of this engineering wonder? As daylight breaks over Seoul, a waterfall of water erupts from a bridge, spewing more than 50 tons of water per minute. This is the Banpo Bridge, where engineering meets artistry in a breathtaking display of human ingenuity. Spanning 1,400 meters over the Han River, it houses the world's longest bridge fountain, merging technology with the natural element of water. Constructed in 2001, this marvel isn't merely about its striking appearance. Beneath the surface lies a sophisticated network that propels water from the river, up through pumps and high into the air, where it dances across 51 jets, choreographed to music and lights. This intricate system can spray high enough to meet the height of a 6-story building, creating a visual spectacle visible from miles away. The fountain operates nightly, transforming the bridge into a vibrant tapestry, illuminated by an array of colorful LED lights. Each of its water jets can create arcs that reach upward to 9 meters, forming beautiful patterns that captivate onlookers. Onlookers gather, enamored by the imagination it took to merge a functional structure with such spectacular artistry. The Banpo Bridge is more than a conduit for vehicles. It's an expression of innovation, a celebration of water, light, and sound that turns an ordinary crossing into an extraordinary experience. Here, engineering breathes life into materials, creating a moment where technology and nature blend seamlessly, capturing the essence of progress. Zhang Wenjun stood firm, gripping the chain link of the Huashan plank walk, tethered between earth and sky. Below him lies a drop of nearly 2,000 meters, an abyss he can feel in his bones. This path is no ordinary trail. It's a dangling ribbon of wood and metal affixed precariously to one of China's sacred peaks. Originally a narrow, unmarked path carved by the hands of ancient monks, the Huashan plank walk has transformed into a modern marvel. Once a fleeting route for pilgrims seeking enlightenment, it now invites the brave and foolhardy alike, with its promise of breathtaking vistas and heart-pounding thrills. Each plank, every bolt, whispers stories of those who once traversed the old ways, where faith was the only safety harness. The plank walk stretches a mere 275 meters, suspended along the sheer cliffs of Mount Huashan. It was designed to withstand the fervid winds, floods, and storms that threaten its existence twice a year. This geographic titan isn't just a climb, it's an endurance test, pushing the limits of both fear and determination. Visitors who dare to venture along the path now do so with a camera in hand, driven by an insatiable thirst for adventure. The transformation from a sacred pilgrimage route to a world-renowned adrenaline rush encapsulates the human relationship with nature, raw, thrilling, and profoundly beautiful. Zhang Wenjun steps back, his heart racing as he captures the view, a blend of fear and exhilaration. The trail that once represented spiritual ascent now embodies both his courage and the age-old allure of the mountain, as history and modernity intertwine in an exhilarating dance above the valley below. Su Fang stood on a precipice, heart racing, as she prepared to step onto the Zhangjieji glass bridge. Here, her choice would challenge not just her courage, but the limits of engineering itself. Opened in 2016, this magnificent structure spans approximately 430 meters, bridging the chasm of a breathtaking canyon nearly 300 meters above the forest floor. Designed by architect Haim Dotten, the bridge was conceived as an invisible pathway, blurring the lines between human and nature. The floor consists of 41 panels of tempered glass, each capable of withstanding several tons of weight, a feat demonstrated by allowing volunteers to strike it with sledgehammers. While the material is robust, standing directly over the dizzying drop below transforms thrill seekers into tentative explorers, their legs trembling beneath them. Yet the bridge's allure extends beyond its daring design. At its center lies the world's highest bungee platform, inviting the bold-hearted to leap into the very chasm they just traversed. Many flock to this towering marvel, eager to experience a blend of beauty and adrenaline, unaware of those who dared to conquer their fears and met with tragic consequences. Every footstep on this transparent expanse encapsulates a profound meeting of mind and matter, fear and freedom. Su Fang, now just another visitor, carries the weight of those who braved this glassy frontier before her. As she gazes below, it becomes clear that the bridge is more than a crossing. It is a threshold, a testament to human ambition and the delicate balance between daring and danger. Abbas I was a ruler with a vision, seeking to connect two shores and solidify Isfahan's legacy during a time of upheaval. He commissioned a bridge that would defy nature's whims, an assertion of human ambition over the relentless currents of the Zayende Rud River. The Karju Bridge, constructed in the early 1700s, stands as a striking example of Persian engineering, a bold statement in stone and artistry. Spanning 130 meters, the bridge is an extraordinary blend of functionality and beauty. Its two tiers, adorned with intricate tilework and majestic arches, invite visitors to traverse over the torrential waters below. Upon its completion, the Kaju Bridge wasn't merely a crossing, it became a symbol of resilience. Yet, its very existence was a constant struggle against the river's seasonal fluctuations, a reminder that nature does not yield easily. The Zayandeh Rud can swell dramatically, transforming from a serene stream into a fierce torrent, testing the limits of the architecture designed to withstand its chaos. The bridge fought against floods, and over centuries, the land continually pushed back, reshaping the environment around it. With each rainfall, the Zayandeh Rud would challenge what had been built, erasing the line between human wit and natural force. In the shadow of the Kaju Bridge, one is confronted with a philosophical truth. What mankind constructs can be just as fleeting as the waters that flow beneath it. Human ambition may forge wonders, but nature remains the ultimate arbiter, constantly reminding us of our place within the grand narrative of existence. It's both a bridge and a pathway of glass. The Peak Walk by Tissot defies gravity while creating an illusion of weightlessness. Suspended 140 meters above the lush Swiss valleys, it connects two mountain peaks. Here, thrill meets tranquility. Completed in 2014, this engineering marvel spans 300 meters, providing unparalleled views of the Alps. Designed not just for aesthetics, but for safety, its structure is made from tempered glass and steel, capable of withstanding harsh weather and the weight of over 300 people at once. Each panel of glass is 12 millimeters thick, creating a transparent floor that invites the heart to race while providing a breathtaking glimpse into the void below. The journey to this peak involves more than just the bridge itself. Visitors ride the aerial cableway, ascending over 600 meters from valley to summit, crossing a landscape that transforms dramatically as they rise. The air thins, and the panorama expands, revealing the grandeur of nature in every direction. Standing amidst the peaks, the walk invites not just a step forward, but a leap of faith. The sensation of walking on air is balanced by the solid engineering beneath your feet. It's an experience that challenges both mind and body. This isn't merely a crossing. It's a connection to the sublime, a fleeting moment where humanity touches the extraordinary, set against a backdrop of mountains that have stood for eons. At precisely 11:15 in the morning on June 19, 1968, chaos erupted. A disaster unfolded when the Tower Bridge's hydraulic systems sputtered, trapping vehicles and pedestrians alike. Located in the heart of London, this iconic structure isn't just an architectural marvel. It has seen its fair share of near catastrophes over the years. Built between 1886 and 1894, the bridge spans over 210 meters, yet its mechanical and electrical systems have often been the source of tension, anxiety, and danger. With two massive towers rising nearly 44 meters above the River Thames, the bridge is a blend of elegant Victorian Gothic design and cutting-edge engineering of its time. However, lurking beneath its beauty are the intricate mechanisms that have, on occasion, failed spectacularly. During peak hours, the bridge opens to allow the passage of larger vessels, a process that is intricate, requiring precision and timing. A malfunction can transform a leisurely stroll into sheer panic as vehicles are left stranded, suspended between moving parts and solid ground. Every year, millions of tourists flock to this bridge, marveling at its grandeur whilst oblivious to the potential peril of its operational systems. The bridge serves as a reminder that behind every impressive facade, there exists the ever-present possibility of failure. That summer day in 1968 was a warning. Even now, as you stand beneath its grand arches, the weight of history lingers, carrying with it a silent message that beauty can often mask the danger just beneath the surface. Beneath the surface of modern engineering lies a bridge that operates not just on concrete and steel, but through the very mechanics of gravity itself. The Vizcaya Bridge, a marvel completed in 1998, was the first transporter bridge in the world to be recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Yet, what remains obscure to many is the bridge's unique operation, which hinges on an ingenious design. It swings across the Nervión River rather than simply spanning it. This marvel stands at approximately 53 meters tall, with a span stretching over 123 meters. It seamlessly transports vehicles, bikes, and pedestrians across the water, effortlessly connecting the towns of Portugalete and Gexo. Unlike traditional bridges, the Vizcaya Bridge employs a gondola system that glides along a suspended transporter, allowing it to carry loads of up to 24 tons across the river in a matter of minutes. As the gondola descends onto its waiting platform, it becomes a spectacle of engineering, a testament to the innovative spirit of its designer, Alberto Palacio. The striking ironwork, reminiscent of the Eiffel Tower, is an aesthetic achievement. Its grand and intricate designs evoke the grandeur of a bygone era that still resonates today. So what lies ahead for this pioneering structure? With advancements in technology and a renewed focus on sustainable transport methods, the Vizcaya Bridge could evolve further, adapting to the needs of a growing urban environment while preserving its historical legacy. It's more than just a bridge. It's a glimpse into the possibilities of melding the past with the future. What if the very ground beneath your feet resisted your every step? In the lush valleys of Wales, where the River Dee carves through the landscape, a monumental clash unfolds between nature and human ambition. The Pontcysyllt Aqueduct stands as a daring giant, lifted high above the ground, carrying water across an imposing ravine. Completed in 1839, this engineering marvel stretches over 340 meters in length, soaring to a height of 38 meters. Each cast iron trough rests on a series of stone arches that rise like ancient sentinels. It is a delicate balance of gravity's pull and human ingenuity. The aqueduct dissects the lush green hills, a monument not just to the water it transports, but to the will of man to conquer the elements. As you traverse its path, the breathtaking views shift dramatically. One side reveals the serene receding hills, while on the other, the relentless drop to the valley floor reminds you just how small you are against this giant. In moments of stillness, the ebb and flow of both water and life below creates a haunting backdrop, whispering the stories of resistance between earth and creation. Is this structure a triumph of human spirit, or a reminder that nature always has the final say? As the water flows silently beneath, one question lingers. What is the cost of progress when the land pushes back? Thunderous roars of cascading water echo through the valley, as mist clings to the sharp, rugged peaks silhouetted against a harsh sunlight pouring down from an unyielding sky. Temperatures swing dramatically, from the warmth of the midday sun to the chilling embrace of mountain air, reminding us of the undying conflict between man and nature. The Yangkangding Expressway emerges as a breathtaking embodiment of human ambition, traversing this fierce landscape in the rugged heart of Sichuan, stretching over 150 kilometers, winding through treacherous mountain passes and deep gorges. For each segment of asphalt laid, nature responds with jagged cliffs and swirling fog, as though the earth itself resists this relentless advance. Consider the sheer scale of this engineering marvel. Singularly ambitious, its construction involved moving over 16 million cubic meters of earth, transforming the wild into a pathway that daringly reaches heights over 3,000 meters. Every twist and turn unveils a panorama of craggy summits and plunging valleys, a breathtaking display where land and engineering collide in a daily battle for dominance. Yet it is a world not easily tamed. Landslides and unpredictable weather often remind engineers of the risks taken in this relentless race against nature. Each curve of this roadway is both a triumph and a reminder of the balance. The architect's designs tread lightly over a land that would claim back its territory if given the chance. Now, as one navigates the long stretches of the Yangkangding Expressway, the sound of rushing water still echoes, but it transforms into a testament of human determination, a road that dares to carve its path, even as the mountains rise defiantly around it. On June 13, 2018, the world was introduced to a marvel that would transform the landscape of Da Nang forever. In mere moments, a structure appeared that would captivate hearts and defy expectations. The Golden Bridge, cradled by the Ba Na Hills and held aloft by enormous stone hands, as if the earth itself were cradling the sky. This bridge stretches 140 meters and is suspended nearly 1,400 meters above sea level. It offers sweeping views of the lush green valleys and distant mountains below. Yet, beyond numbers and scenery, it represents the dreams and labor of hundreds of workers and artisans who poured their souls into crafting every inch. Many of them traveled from distant villages, abandoning familiar comforts to embrace the promise of progress. Their sweat and determination inspired a vision that would elevate this region in more ways than one. But not all stories had a happy ending. As radiant as this bridge is, it shadows the sacrifices of those who faced the perilous challenges of construction. The men and women who toiled here etched their legacies into this golden structure, crafting not only a walkway, but a symbol of ambition and resilience in the face of adversity. The Golden Bridge is more than just an architectural feat. It urges us to reflect on the connections we forge between people, places, and the very ground we traverse. It prompts us to ponder how the hands of ingenuity can hold the weight of our aspirations, lifting us closer to our dreams. What does it mean to traverse a bridge embodying both history and mystery? In the quiet town of Heartland, Canada, lies a covered bridge that stretches 123 meters across the St. John River, the longest of its kind in the world. This wooden marvel, built in 1922, is not just a passageway for vehicles, but a tangible link to the past, bearing witness to eras of time that flowed like the river beneath it. Preserved under its wooden roof, the bridge shields visitors from the elements, but it also holds secrets. Local legends whisper of hidden compartments and concealed spaces that may have once served clandestine purposes. What remains inside its walls? The bridge itself is a labyrinth of stories, yet many of its tales are veiled in the fog of time. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Its latticework beams showcase the ingenuity of early 20th century engineering, but the precise methods employed remain elusive. As you cross the weathered planks, each footstep echoes a history that stretches beyond mere architecture. Some say that the bridge is haunted, each creak and groan a reminder of those who traversed it long before. Yet the most enigmatic aspect of Heartland's covered bridge may be its enduring relevance. Resilient against nature's onslaught, it has weathered countless storms and floods, standing as a testament to the unyielding spirit of human innovation. With every passing year, its legend grows, forever drawing the curious to uncover what lies beyond its threshold. The most captivating truth, however, is that this bridge is not just a structure, but a living narrative, a repository of both known and unknown, waiting patiently to share its whispers with those who dare to listen. What if a bridge became a symbol of both ambition and failure? The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge in Dallas, Texas, is more than a stunning sight. It stands as a testament to dreams realized and costs incurred. Conceived to connect the bustling neighborhoods of West Dallas to the city center across the Trinity River, this architectural marvel was designed by the renowned Santiago Calatrava. With its soaring main span reaching over 525 feet, it gracefully arcs above the water, drawing the gaze of thousands. Yet, its beauty comes with a price. A staggering cost of over $115 million reflects not just construction expenses, but the social struggles entwined within its steel framework. Built amidst controversy, the bridge emerged during a period rife with challenge. In the early 2000s, those living in West Dallas faced displacement issues as the city sought to rejuvenate the area while grappling with the scars of urban neglect. It was a rise and a reckoning, a promise of connection overshadowed by the realities of progress. Stand on the bridge and you can feel the pulse of the city. Cars race beneath, pedestrians wander above, all amidst the backdrop of a skyline that shapes the very identity of Dallas. But beneath the stunning architecture lies an unsettling question: who truly benefits from such magnificent design when the ground it stands on tells stories of division? The clock ticks down, each second echoing the urgency of human ambition against the defiance of nature. In southern China, the Shenzhen-Zhongshan Link is a monumental project pushing the limits of engineering, a bridge that seeks to span not only distance, but the very forces of the Earth itself. At nearly 30 kilometers long, This ambitious structure is designed to connect the bustling city of Shenzhen with Zhongshan, weaving together communities and economies in a single sweeping arc. But underneath this ambition, the land resists. The vast waters of the Pearl River Delta, prone to unpredictable shifts, pose challenges that test the mettle of engineers and laborers alike. Powerful tides swirl and rise, while unstable soils threaten the integrity of this massive endeavor, reminding all involved that nature remains an indomitable foe. To navigate this delicate interplay, innovative techniques have been employed, including the use of advanced floating caissons to anchor the bridge. These giant concrete structures must brave relentless currents and the ever-changing seafloor, embodying the struggle between human ingenuity and the forces of earth and water. Each element of the bridge must withstand not only the pressure of vehicles above, but also the forces of nature below. As engineers race against time, one cannot help but ponder the price of progress. This is not merely a project, it's a confrontation with the land itself, a dialogue between the ambitions of man and the age-old power of the natural world. In the quest for connection, the shadows of uncertainty linger, reminding us that every triumph exacts a toll. What if a train could climb mountains and traverse steep valleys with a minimal footprint on the landscape? The Harz Narrow Gauge Railway accomplishes just that, slicing through the rugged terrain of the Harz Mountains in Germany. Spanning 125 kilometers, this strikingly efficient railway operates on a gauge of just 1,000 meters, showcasing the ingenuity of engineering. Launched in the late 19th century, the railway was a technological marvel of its time, built to connect remote villages and harness the natural beauty of the region. Traversing gradients as steep as 54%, the railway relies on steam locomotives and meticulously designed rack and pinion systems to ascend the inclines. It transports up to 300,000 passengers each year, making memories as it winds through dense forests and past shimmering lakes. The railway didn't just carve a path for trains, it carved a niche in history. With tracks that ring the summit of the towering Brocken Peak, it stands as a testament to human determination against nature's formidable obstacles. The railway, in its intricate design and engineering precision, reflects our ongoing relationship with the environment, a balance between progress and preservation. Long after this railway has carried its last passenger, the mountains will still stand, the forests will still whisper, and the echo of iron wheels on steel will linger, reminding generations to come of the unyielding spirit of innovation. Few realize that the Langkawi Sky Bridge is not a traditional bridge, but rather a marvel suspended high above the jungle, built to blend seamlessly with the dramatic landscape. Towering at over 2,700 meters above sea level, it stretches a remarkable 125 meters long, forming a slender arc suspended by a single, massive steel cable. But this engineering feat faced relentless challenges. The tropical monsoon winds howl with a fierce determination, pushing against human ambition. Nature resists progress, demanding respect from those who dare to rise above her. From an elevation of over 600 meters, every gust of wind can make the bridge sway, testing the very limits of design and resilience. Constructed in 2005, it took years of planning and innovation to navigate the logistics of building so high and so precariously among the ancient rainforest. Each step taken atop this steel structure offers breathtaking views of the surrounding islands, where dense green foliage meets the endless blue of the Andaman Sea, revealing a canvas of vibrant, untouched beauty below. Yet the Sky Bridge is more than a pedestrian crossing. It is a statement of coexistence. Crafted to provide a passage between heaven and earth, its engineering speaks of humanity's desire to rise, while nature, in her timeless stance, asserts her power. High above the ground, the bridge unfurls like a ribbon of hope, a fleeting moment in the vast history of this extraordinary landscape. In the end, it reminds us that no matter how high we soar, the earth beneath us remains an untamed force, echoing through the ages. Most people think bridges are merely structures designed to let us cross. But the Djougj Bridge isn't just a passageway, it's an elevated expression of human ambition set against the harshest battleground of nature. Soaring over the Beipan River, this colossal marvel stands at an astonishing 2,597 feet above the ground, making it the highest bridge in the world. When it opened in 2016, it reshaped how we navigate the challenging terrain of mountainous landscapes. This extraordinary feat of engineering is more than just steel and concrete. It is a symbol of tenacity shared by the thousands of workers and families that contributed to its construction. The builders faced staggering challenges. Torrential rains, fierce winds, and rugged terrain tested their resolve daily. At the time, local villages were displaced, their very existence altered by the ambitions of progress. Many watched as the landscape morphed beyond recognition, their roots severed for a bridge that would connect lives on a much grander scale. Each concrete footing poured into the cliffs was a promise of hope, yet it came at a price. As cars zip across the sleek surface, gliding effortlessly from one side to the other, the question lingers: what of the lives left behind, the ghosts of those who paid the cost of this extraordinary leap into the future? In a land of spectacular canyons and soaring peaks, one bridge has weathered tragedy and triumph alike. Just south of the jagged cliffs of Colorado's Royal Gorge, a forgotten detail haunts its history. The bridge was built not only to connect two sides of a gorge, but also to serve as a lifeline during a desperate time. Construction of the Royal Gorge Bridge began in 1929 amidst the backdrop of the Great Depression. A team of fearless workers, many of whom had little choice but to take on this dangerous task, toiled high above the Arkansas River, inching forward without safety nets, their hands driven by a singular ambition. As they swung their tools against the rock, they carved a future for countless travelers, all while battling the elements and their own fears. At 1,273 feet above the river below, the Royal Gorge Bridge remains the highest suspension bridge in the United States, its wooden planks stretching over 1,900 feet long. Just under that, the river races, carving its way through the canyon, a stark reminder of nature's raw power. This bridge is more than timber and steel. It embodies the human spirit, resilience, challenging the Earth's own magnificence. For every courageous builder who risked their life up there, Tales of those who met with misfortune lurk in the shadows, reminding us of the fine line between ambition and tragedy. As technology evolves and the future beckons, the Royal Gorge Bridge stands ready to witness a new chapter. With each visitor who steels their nerves to take a walk above the gorge, the bridge continues its role as a monument to both the past and the enduring strength of those who dare to dream. Tick, tick, time is relentless, pushing toward an inevitable moment. Standing atop the Langkawi Skybridge, it's not just the sheer height that captivates, but the mysteries that lurk beneath the surface. Spanning approximately 122 meters in length, this remarkable curved bridge offers a dizzying perspective of the rainforest below, yet questions linger in the air, almost tangible. Constructed in 2005, it begins at the summit of Gunung Mat Singkang, rising gracefully from the mountains like an elegant ribbon unfurling into the sky. The engineering behind this suspended walkway is astounding. Supported by a single, central column, its 300-meter elevation transforms every step into an act of courage as you gaze down into the verdant canopy. But what about the indigenous tales of spirits that weave through the trees, or the experiences of those who hear whispering winds while walking this marvel? Visitors flock from around the world to embrace the breathtaking views and to confront the unknown, a bridge that not only connects land and sky, but also the present to the whispers of the past. As they traverse its sleek form, an inexplicable connection forms, not just with the landscape, but with the narratives that have been lost to time, forever straddling reality and legend. Here, amid the serene beauty and heart-stopping vistas, lies the fragile line between nature and our understanding of it, a bridge that leaves its mariners caught in an unending quest for answers. The sun glints off the water's surface, a brilliant dance of light and heat, while the sound of waves crashes into giant supports, a rhythm of construction and ambition. This is not simply a bridge, it's an evolution in engineering that defies nature itself. From its inception, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge has transformed horizons. Construction commenced in 2010 and spanned nearly a decade, culminating in a structure stretching approximately 55 kilometers, making it the world's longest sea-crossing bridge tunnel system. A feat of human ingenuity, it was built to withstand the fury of typhoons and the depths of the sea, insisting that distance is just a measurement, not a barrier. As you traverse its length, consider the old days of waiting for ferries that pierced the fog, days when connecting these cities meant hours spent in transit. Now, the journey can be completed in mere minutes, with thousands of vehicles gliding across its expansive lanes each day. This bridge offers a new rhythm of life. It connects cultures, economies, and futures, bridging not only land and sea, but also aspirations and dreams. Every curve of its steel and concrete reflects a philosophy. Where once there were separations, now there is unity. In a world constantly searching for connections, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge stands tall, urging us to realize that no expanse is too great to overcome when ambition fuels the journey. At precisely 10 o'clock on the morning of July 8, 2016, An era of engineering triumph began with a dramatic flourish. The Sidhu River Bridge, a colossal marvel of modern architecture, thrust its way into existence, piercing the clouds at an astonishing height of 758 meters, making it one of the highest in the world. Before this bridge, travelers faced a perilous journey winding through treacherous gorges and steep terrain, where the Sidhu River carved its path with relentless determination. It was a place where nature's indifference rendered human ambition insignificant. But as construction crews toiled through the rugged landscape, a transformation unfolded. Steel cables stretched across the skies, and each beam was precisely aligned, reflecting decades of engineering advancements. Now the bridge stands not merely as a crossing, but as a testament to human ingenuity, connecting the remote regions of Hubei province to over 10,000 kilometers of highway. On average, nearly 2,000 vehicles traverse this span every day, shrinking travel times and breathing new life into isolated communities. The intense beauty of the surrounding landscape contrasts with the stark industrial lines of the bridge, showcasing how the human spirit can conquer nature's might. From the vantage point along its length, gaze outward where the mountains meet the horizon, a breathtaking panorama that now carries a message of connection. Just as that morning in July heralded a new era, the Sidhu River Bridge now embodies the promise of possibility in a place once deemed unreachable. "3,400 meters below, the river Yuyalong flows quietly beneath the Beipanjiang Bridge, the highest bridge in the world. That's 10,874 feet suspended above the ground, a dizzying height that could stack the Empire State Building nearly 3 times and still leave room for the tip of its antennae. Born from ambitious engineering and sheer determination, construction began in 2014 and concluded just 2 years later. Slashing through the clouds, this marvel serves as a vital connection along the G55 highway, knitting together communities and boosting regional economies. Its soaring arches evoke a sense of awe, a reminder that human ingenuity has no bounds when faced with challenging terrains. Despite the breathtaking view, the reality of its creation tells a different story. Over 200 lives were lost during its construction, a sobering testament to the risks undertaken in pursuit of progress. Each steel beam and concrete pillar was a step towards something greater, yet behind that progress, the tragic cost lingers. The bridge isn't merely a structural achievement. It transforms the landscape, shifting the perceptions of what's possible. From the vantage point of its deck, one sees not just the breathtaking valley below, but the very spirit of modern engineering that dares to defy gravity itself. It stands not as a monument to conquest, but as a reminder of the sacrifices made in the name of connectivity and ambition. The sound of construction echoes off the water, a rhythmic clash of steel and determination. Here, in the stretch between Maldonado and Rocha, workers forge a link unlike any other, the Laguna Garzon Bridge. This 78-meter-wide, 150-meter-long structure isn't just a bridge. It's a revolution in engineering and design. It was envisioned not only to connect 2 banks, but to enhance the landscape without intruding upon it. The circular shape, a dynamic response to nature itself, seems to flow gracefully across the water, a feat forged by the hands of the Uruguayan people who dared to dream bigger than the horizon. Each day, locals and tourists traverse this vital artery, experiencing firsthand the aspirations of those who built it and those who provided the vision to harmonize with the surroundings. The bridge weaves through the heart of a region rich in biodiversity, where wildlife flourishes, unrestrained by human imposition. Every vehicle that crosses it plays a part in a story being continually written, one of economic hope and renewed connectivity. But there's a somber truth lurking beneath its modern elegance. The project bore witness to tragic losses as the toll of construction claimed lives, forever casting a shadow over the triumph. The silent reminders of sacrifice exist in the very foundation upon which this structure stands, whispering the price paid for progress. What was built to usher in a new era of transportation now serves as a haunting reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and the human cost of innovation. In the end, it isn't just a bridge. It is a crossroads of dreams and tragedies, where every crossing carries the weight of history itself. "75 tons of steel loom above the waters of the Mur River, suspended on a framework that appears to float effortlessly. This is Murinsel, a striking island bridge in Graz, Austria, but it's more than just a marvel of design. What remains concealed, however, is the deeper story woven into its existence. Completed in the year 2003, this architectural wonder was crafted by renowned artist Vito Aconsai, a dreamlike structure that blurs the line between pedestrian bridge and public space. It spans a mere 55 meters, but presents an experience far larger than its dimensions suggest. The bridge encases a cafe, amphitheater, and sweeping walkways that cradle visitors as they traverse its surface, offering panoramic views of the cityscape. Yet the purpose of Murinsel remains elusive. Why place such an extravagant structure in a location once noted for its industrial clutter? Was it merely to beautify, or perhaps to transform a forgotten area into a hub for connection and conversation? From its glowing facade by night to its softly undulating shape by day, it invites exploration, but holds back a full understanding of its intent. The questions abound. Is this island truly a bridge to progress, or merely an art piece concealing a deeper inefficiency in urban planning? In a world full of answers, Murinsel dares us to question the very foundation of its existence. What does it mean to build a bridge that connects not just land, but the past to an uncertain future? (5,434 meters. That's how long the Canakkale Bridge stretches, making it the longest suspension bridge in the world as of its completion in 2023. Here, nature exerts its relentless force, with the Dardanelles Strait rushing beneath, a powerful body of water that has witnessed millennia of history and conflict. Human ambition dared to rise above it, crafting a colossal engineering marvel that reaches toward the sky while taking on the turbulent wind and currents below. The blustery weather, a constant adversary, tests the limits of what we can create. Each of the towers, soaring nearly 263 meters, stands taller than the Statue of Liberty, a beacon of human ingenuity towering over the strait. As construction poured millions of tons of concrete and steel into the project, the land pushed back, forcing engineers to innovate and adapt. The bridge's design was not merely about bridging a gap, but about overcoming the very obstacles posed by nature itself. When driving across, it's not just a journey from one side to the other, It's an experience of awe. The entire structure glimmers, often catching the sunset in a way that makes it look almost ethereal, a thread of modernity in a land soaked with history. This bridge will become part of a legacy that stretches far beyond its physical dimensions, a symbol of a future where the Earth's challenges are met with boundless human creativity. Long after the last vehicle has crossed, it will stand as a reminder that we are capable of achieving the extraordinary, even against nature's most formidable forces. "75 meters above the water, the Pont Jacques Chaban-Delmas sways gently as colossal ships glide beneath its towering structure. This isn't just a bridge, it's a marvel of modern engineering, a drawbridge designed to rise and meet the demands of the busy Bordeaux maritime port. And yet, the very mechanism that allows it to move is a precarious ballet of technology and physics. Constructed between 2012 and 2013, this monumental bridge spans over 500 meters in length, the longest lifting bridge in France. Each time it ascends, carefully engineered systems must work in perfect harmony, ensuring that the cables do not snap and the massive counterweights do not falter. Failure isn't an option. A miscalculation could send cascading consequences through the port, disrupting maritime traffic and endangering lives. Just beneath the surface, tidal currents race without mercy, constantly testing the limits of structural stability. Ships measuring as long as 250 meters depend on this bridge to retract at the right moment, a task that must be executed flawlessly, time and time again. An unexpected malfunction could lead to vessels colliding with the colossal steel framework, a disaster waiting to unfold. Staring down from the upper deck, the view is breathtaking, yet it's easy to feel the tension of engineering on the edge. It's a delicate balance of human ingenuity and nature's raw forces. Each successful lift is a silent reminder of the stakes at play, where victory is measured not just in height, but in the promise of safety. In this intricate dance between land and sea, the bridge stands resilient, embodying both the triumphs of technology and the shadows of danger lurking just below the surface. Few know that the Golden Gate Bridge was once envisioned as a glowing beacon illuminated day and night. This ambitious dream never materialized, leaving behind a lingering question: what if it had become a lighthouse for the bay? Spanning 1,937 meters, this monumental structure transformed the San Francisco skyline and became an iconic representation of American ingenuity. Yet, its construction was shrouded in peril and political struggle, facing fierce opposition from skeptics who believed it could never withstand the fierce winds and treacherous currents of the Golden Gate Strait. As you approach on foot, the sight is breathtaking. Steel towers rise 277 feet into the air, their Art Deco design echoing the aspirations of a generation desperate to connect. And yet, the bridge's very foundation remains submerged in mystery. Engineers still debate the seismic stability of the structure in an area known for violent earthquakes. Each tremor might feel like a reminder of uncertainty, a question as timeless as the suspension cables that sway in the wind. On a fog-laden morning, the bridge seems to dissolve into the air, a phantom link between land and sea. It's more than a crossing, it's a state of mind where geography blurs into something ethereal, where the arch of ambition meets the timeless pulse of nature. As clouds embrace its towering silhouette, one can't help but wonder, in a world of impermanence, what remains unbroken. The roar of traffic echoes across the strait, a constant pulse of life connecting two shores. Here, the Tsing Ma Bridge stands as an extraordinary achievement in engineering, stretching 1,461 meters, making it one of the longest suspension bridges in the world. When it opened in 1997, this marvel was more than just a link. It rewrote the rules of connectivity. The bridge carries both vehicles and trains, a dual-purpose design that transformed travel in Hong Kong. The Twin Towers rise 210 meters above the water, a dramatic sight against the skyline, dominating the scene like colossal sentinels watching over the sea channel. Yet it's the journey across that reveals its true magic. Look down, and beneath you, the shimmering waves of the South China Sea stretch outward, cascading into the horizon. Look back, and you see the bustling city, once cut off from the outlying islands, now within reach, reshaping the cultural and economic landscape of the region. But change does not stop with its initial construction. Over the decades, this bridge has evolved, adapting to the growing demands of a bustling metropolis. In the years that followed, enhancements and expansions were made, ensuring that the Tsing Ma Bridge not only stands tall, but also serves millions of travelers with efficiency and safety. In a world forever changing, the Tsing Ma Bridge whispers a quiet truth. Connections, once forged, endure through the tides of time.